Hi, I'm Loic, and we created this. So that's Seesmic for Windows, and I can show you quickly a few features. So we have basically the same setup as Seesmic Desktop, but as you can see, a lot of enhancements on the UI itself. So if I show you already you can see the glass here. This is pure native, Windows, .NET code, and so that already is feels really native, very nice. You can see everywhere. You can see it's also very fast. So if I minimize it and maximize it, this looks like nothing. It's super fast. Again, we're on. You can't see on the camera, but if you take it back a little bit, this is a 299 bucks netbook, which low memory, low CPU. So it's like kind of a worst. You can test it, and I have Skype running, a lot of stuff. Anyway, so we have our popular sidebar, which lets you organize everything, so your different timelines, but also the different accounts here. As you can see, I have 4 accounts set up, so Ask Seesmic, Loic, Loweb, and that's a lot of information that flows through the app. Then you have a user list, so we already support user lists on Seesmic for Windows, and searches, which you can add as many as you like. So if you just look at that, that's what Seesmic Desktop does kind of today. But what we added is a tabbed view here on the left. So you can switch to different tabs. So one of them being accounts. So now you have only your accounts. Another one being searches. So I've set up only one search, but see if I add a PDC 09. It will add one search. So Twitter search is kind of down right now, as it's so see. But it's configurable. And then you have your own user list here as another tab. And see, these are all my Twitter lists, which are synced obviously with Twitter. These are it's the same information. What is really very cool, I think, is we can do things we couldn't really do before that way. So now we can drag and drop, for example. So you see, I drag this user here.
And that syncs back up to Twitter.
Exactly. This is local list. We have local and synced list. We're implementing it for Twitter list synced, but this is for local lists, which is already implemented. But that's the idea. And here, see how smooth it is. It shows up instantly. I'll do it once more for the camera. So let me take this user ID, I grab him, add him. See, and now we have him showing up on the column right now, and it's really fast. So the logic also behind the posting bar has been updated, and we have here a lot of work on the UI, the little details, very polished. So CV accounts here, so I have 4 accounts. I can select them all if I want to post to all of them, and there are little details, like if you want to switch back to only Loic, you double click, you tap twice, and now it selects only Loic. So really fast to move from one to another. You can add a link, you can add an image, you can obviously close it back.
Does it auto shorten URLs?
It will do that, yes. It's not implemented in this posting bar. We're basically finishing it. I mean, it's fully operational for Twitter. What's coming next is Facebook. A few weeks, and what's coming next, which is a big innovation, is the plugin architecture. This has all been designed to be ready for people to create plugins, and so we have people like TweetMe. You'll be able to see a number of retweets, but pretty much anything like a French or a German or Latin American Twitter-like service or Yammer. We can't, with our small team, integrate everything, so we'll be able to have secure plugins.
So how does this cross over to Silverlight? So I know there's a version coming next year.
I can show it to you as well. I have it here, yeah. But what we have done is we moving from this code, which is .NET, into Silverlight, was 10 days hack, basically. I mean, just experimenting for us. And it's the same code, that's the beauty of it. So here's Seesmic Silverlight, which I'm going to open on top of the other one. So again, I mean, my netbook is dying right now. Not from that, but from the apps that I have open. But you can see it's still working. Except search is not, again, this is Twitter. But if I now open my home timeline, my replies timeline, I think my I think my netbook is really sick. You can actually check the memory.
So does this data sync?
Yeah, this is my mail client. See that as.
Does the data sync between the desktop client and the Silverlight client? So if I've read something,
No, you don't need the Silverlight client for Windows, right? You will just
That's
use
cross-platform.
native, exactly.
Yeah.
But this is the same code. What the beauty of it is, it's the same code. Took us 2 weeks. You can see it's running. There are
Yeah. It's
several things which are
same
not
interface.
implementing. This can work on a Mac right now,
right?
on Linux, and you know, basically we're expecting Microsoft to port it on mobile phones as well.
Yeah.
So it's what's great is that you only have one code. It doesn't mean that you won't do native versions for other platforms, but it helps us limit it as much as possible. Same, its performance is very impressive. I mean, it's, you know, it's you can see it's smooth. It works very well. Very interesting. So yeah, very exciting stuff.
Okay. Thanks.
80% of our users are on Windows, but that's only the beginning. I'm even more excited, as I said, about the plugins.
Yeah, and so the updates, will you beta test that through Team Seesmic?
Yeah, so it's going to be available in a couple of hours. They are QAing right now, they're testing it to Team Seesmic. The reason why we do that is we want to be able to communicate with our first users in case there is anything. You know, based on experience, we know when you ship that there's always, you know, a few issues, things you want to fix. It's very stable. I've been on it for 2 weeks already. So, but it's our way to communicate with the user. So you just go to Seesmic.com. You can just put your mail. We don't spam. We don't sell your emails. We are very careful about that. We just want to be able to communicate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Cheers.
Cheers.